Let's hope YouTube doesn't flag me for that. But anyways, what is going on, vinyl community? Welcome to another live stream with the Record Spinner. Today is a big day for us Beatle fans. Today, they just released the 50th anniversary editions of the White Album, or the self-titled album. Basically, the Beatles camp has went ahead and remixed the album in stereo, and they have released it in a number of configurations. The remix was done by Giles Martin, producer George Martin's son. He also did the Sgt. Pepper remix from last year. And it's come out as a 2 LP set with the stereo remix, a 4 LP set with the remix and the Essure Demos. There's a Super Deluxe set with the remixed album, demos, studio outtakes, and a 5.1 mix on Blu-ray. And on CD, there is the remix and the demos. Now, I went ahead and picked up the 4 LP version, and I decided to share it with all of you on this channel. And plus, it's the Beatles, so this will definitely generate some views. So enough of the chit-chat. Let's jump into this live stream. Amazon just, not Amazon, the postman just dropped this off. This is from Amazon. And they already got the festive packing tape on, because that time of the year is coming. Groovy Lisa. Hello, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying this so far. Hope you'll enjoy what you're about to see. What can be said about the White Album? Monumental record in the Beatles catalog. It's them kind of finding, I don't want to say finding their roots, but they're kind of coming back home of sorts, because they went ahead and they did the whole psychedelic endeavors with Sgt. Pepper's and Magical Mystery Tour. So this is them kind of coming back to a common ground that's a little bit true to their roots, which is fine by me. And there's all kinds of like interesting bits with this album. And I think the biggest misconception is that it is a Beatles album. It's not just a bunch of songs that were worked up separately by the other members and just compiled onto an album. This is a group effort type of album. Seen early unboxing from various people. Roger, Rachel, Christine, December. It's cool you got it. Yes, I saw Christine did a unboxing of it, and I'm like, how did she get it so early? Which is really cool. It's fine getting it on release day, but kudos to those that get it a day extra. Not day extra, a day early. My bad. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, so props to Amazon for actually going the extra mile and packing it in this type of package. She asked them. Wow, interesting. And here it is. It's labeled, see if you can catch that, Beatles Deluxe, made in Germany. So they went ahead and packaged it in this extra cardboard box, which is absolutely nice. And so let's open it up and see what it looks like. Now, when this was first announced, I was really contemplating which version to get, because it was at that time that I was kind of feeling a bit, I feel like I lucked out of the party when they did the Sgt. Pepper re-release, because when that first was remixed and it was put back out, I did not get the 2 LP version. I ended up getting it much recently, and I kind of had to pay a bit of a high price tag because it is out of print and it was really limited. So something told me that this was the way to go, which is why I went for the 4 LP version. And let's see, what do we have? Wow, this is gorgeous. So here it is, guys. Here is the box. Sorry for the glare. So as you can see, the cover of the box are the 4 individual photos that came with the original album. And here is a hype sticker as well, which says The Beatles Anniversary 4 LP Edition, 180 gram heavyweight vinyl and mastered at half speed, which is very good to know because that means this will sound absolutely wonderful. New stereo mixes by Giles Martin, The Beatles, and Essure Demos. So for you Beatles fans out there, you know what the Essure Demos are all about, but for those that are not aware, the Essure Demos were a bunch of recordings that were done at George Harrison's house, and they were essentially acoustic demos of a majority of the songs that would go onto the White Album. They also demoed some songs that would appear on Abbey Road and a couple of solo Beatles solo albums, which I'll point out once I get into the package. The backside replicates the backside of the original, which features all the track lists there, which is nice. And here is the spine as well, which is the Beatles and the Essure Demos. So let's take a look at what this box looks like, shall we? Are you guys excited? I'm excited. anything Beatles related is fun to dig into and see what it's all about. The yesterday when I was at work, I stopped at the local FYE that I used to work at. I'm still in good terms with everyone there, so I always make my appearance. And I actually went ahead and they let me check out the wait a second, nice. I'm gonna have to pick that up. That isn't too much. Which one are you referring to, Lisa? Which one are you thinking about picking up? Let's take this shrink wrap off. And here it is right here. So as I was saying, I stopped at FYE and they actually let me investigate the box. So I have seen this in person, but of course, the one you showed. Is it the Sgt. Pepper 2 LP set? Let's find out. So, anyways, I did see this up in person, and it is a beautiful package indeed. Very nice gloss finish to the box. And let's open it up. This one, actually. Let's see. Oh, my bad. Yes, I would say definitely go ahead and pick this up while you can. I believe this is going for around 80 bucks. So, I mean, kind of high, but then again, it's 4 LPs. And plus, if it does have a Beatles stamp on it, it's kind of pricey. It's that kind of happens with Beatles and Pink Floyd products. Just by name alone, it's rather costly, but well worth it nonetheless. I was very pleased with the Sgt. Pepper remix that Giles Martin did, and I'm sure I will with this. I feel like I'm stalling. I gotta stop chit-chatting and just show you this box. Alright, getting this off. It's kind of stiff in there, which is okay. Basic white box. And here we have a little insert here. This features some studio photographs taken from the sessions. And it opens up, and we have some liner notes here, which is really nice. I'm going to have a fun time reading this. We have some other photos taken from the sessions. So let's see exactly what do we have. There's a little piece written by Paul McCartney. Giles Martin does a little bit as well. And we also have, what else is here? Liner notes from Kevin Howlett. And on the opposite side, I think these are photos from the actual George Harrison estate where they recorded the demos, and this breaks down the Essure Demos as well. The Essure Demos have been circulating on bootleg for quite some time, I think since the 80s, and they released a couple of tracks on the third anthology in the 90s, and now they have really spit polished them and make them sound as perfect as they can. And I've listened to some of the ones that they released leading up to the release of this whole 50th anniversary editions of the album, and they sound crystal clear and spectacular. So I'm really excited to check them out. And it's kind of like a long lost unplugged album if you really think about it. So let's get into it. Let's see. Alright, so here they are. They're in there. And we have two Gatefold albums right here. So let's show off the first one. And this is the main one here. This is the main album itself. This is the stereo remix here. Basic white cover. None more white. And this does feature, I don't know if you can really catch it. Apologies if you can't. It is embossed, of course. There is no serial number in this corner, which is fine. I mean, for the first pressings, understandable, but for the future pressings, I don't know. It's not a deal breaker, to be honest. Here is the Gatefold cover, which features the track list on here. And you have the individual photos in black and white here as well. And let's take a look at what the vinyl looks like. Anything in here? All right. Polyline sleeves, major plus. They didn't cheap out and put them in the paper sleeves, which is nice. And let's take a look at what it looks like here. And here we go. So you have the classic side 1 label of the green apple, and then on side 2 you have the apple cut in half. And by deciphering the dead wax, this was pressed at the Optimal pressing plant in Germany, which makes sense because the box that it came in said it was from Germany. And half-speed mastered by Miles Showell using the Abbey Road half-speed process, which is fantastic. Miles Showell also mastered the Sgt. Pepper remix, and that sounded absolutely fantastic. And he does a very good job mastering overall. So we'll put that back, and then we'll show off the other Aha! Here they are. So here are the individual photographs, which are absolutely awesome. There's John, Paul, George, and Ringo. And then I'll showcase the other LP. Here it is. Very well pressed, I must say. Once again, sorry about that reflection. You can see my laptop in my media player when I was playing Revolution 9. Just by looking at it, no warpage on here. It looks great and well pressed too. Optimal is I think Optimal is one of the main pressing plants over in Europe, and they do a lot of product. Can't wait to order mine from America. Amazon. Nice, nice. Hope you get it really soon. All right, let's put this back. And you're probably wondering, why didn't they include what else they included with the original album? That's because it was in the very bottom of the box. So here is the poster, which I will showcase now. Unfold it for all of you wonderful viewers. Here it is. Classic montage, all kinds of photos of the band and behind the scenes shots. Really, really awesome. And then on the back side, we have all the lyrics printed here. Kind of small, but you can pretty much read it once you look up close to it. So you can sing along to all the songs on the album, which is nice. I think I'll actually go ahead and put this in with the original album. It was just kind of chilling in the bottom of the box, which is, I don't care, but it belongs in the original. Let's put this back. I think the main goal is to put this back without any fuss. Here we go. That should work. And last but not least, we have the Essure Demos. So here it is. Kind of reflects the exact cover of the original. The Beatles is embossed right here. You can probably tell it's a lot better now. And they went ahead and included the title Essure Demos on the bottom here, and this is pretty much exactly where the numbering system would have been if it was the original. And let's take a look at the gatefold sleeve, and here is the tracks that are featured. And alright, so as far as I can tell, the photos here, these are alternate shots from the original individual photos, but you Beatle fanatics, double check the back of your stereo remaster from 2009. I believe they used these photos on the back side of that. So that's pretty cool. And just by looking at the demos, I'll kind of break them down. So it's sequenced as the entire album is, but they didn't necessarily demo every song that's on the White Album. So basically you have all the tracks sequenced that they did, and then you have all the extra tracks that did not make it on the album. So for example, you have a song like Junk, which is on Paul McCartney's first solo album, Child of Nature, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that evolved into Jealous Guy on John Lennon's Imagine album. And then you also have Mean Mr. Mustard and Polythene Pam. Those are on Abbey Road. Not Guilty. There is an electric version that's on the Anthology compilation. What's the New Mary Jane, Circle, Sour Milk Sea. So yeah, I'm actually, to be quite honest, I am very excited to listen to these demos. Like I said, long lost unplugged album of sorts. So that'll be a fun listening experience. And what do we have here? So this is a rather interesting green Apple label. I've never seen that before. And here's the other side. What exactly does it say? Custom recording. Oh, so it's kind of as if they mirrored it after, I think it was the tape that they may have recorded it on. I'm not quite sure. Okay. Let's check out the other one. And this is the second LP. There it is. Well pressed as well. And of course, this was also done by Miles Showell at Abbey Road, mastered at half speed. And yeah, very excited that I picked this up, and I cannot wait to give this a listen. I have quite a couple of other albums to spin before I can tackle on this this big monument of a box set, but it is definitely going to be worth the wait in the digging. And let's put everything back into the box, just like so. And let's put it back. Come on, get on there. It's kind of snug putting it back on, but that just means that it is secure and it is tight and nothing's going to be flying around in the box. So there you go. That right there is my unboxing of the new 4LP box set of the Beatles' White Album. If you enjoyed this live stream / video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the record spinning. Wait, real quick, check that out. Amoeba. It looks really nice, though. Definitely is very nice. You'll love it in person. I'm sure Amoeba has plenty of copies. Cheers, everyone.